Now, listen, you guys. Allegedly, JT is getting cheated on by Leslie, and we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with Bia seemingly responding to the Transformer shade that she threw yesterday. Meanwhile, the Transformer is going back and forth with bloggers, trying to prove a point and embarrassing herself, basically. And we're also going to be discussing about this entire Ari Fletcher and Taina situation, as well as Rihanna and this entire ASAP Rocky marriage. And it seems like Paris is not backing down when it comes to her stance, about the marriage thing. And these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys are doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about this entire situation with Jetavia. It seems like Tasha K is letting us know that there is a girl who is actually coming forward, alleging that, well, there has been quite some cheatation, as Wendy Williams would say, between JT and, of course, her boyfriend, Lil Uzi, okay? Now, this is what Tasha K posted on her page. She said, exclusive, Lil Uzi allegedly cheating on JT with Dominican artist Mena Queen, shares voice recordings. And yeah, so it seems like this girl is coming here and saying that, listen, she is seeing Lil Uzi, regardless of the fact that, Lil Uzi is, everybody knows that Lil Uzi and JT are together. So it seems like this woman is coming through and saying that, well, there is something that is actually going on behind the scenes. And I find this rather interesting, you guys, because, the last time there were indications or rumors of cheatations, that's the iPhone incident, which JT later on, later went on to rap about. So I'm just like, is there going to be, any such incident again? Or is this girl, do you believe this girl, first of all, you guys, do you really think that Lil Uzi is out there cheating on JT, with this lady? Now, I did see mixed feelings in the comment sections, you guys, with some people feeling like, well, Lil Uzi did, his previous girlfriend before JT dirty. And so people were like, okay, listen, if he's done it before, he can do it again. Oh my goodness, and stuff like that. And some people are also bragging that, well, even if this girl comes out and says all these things about Lil Uzi, JT is not going anyway. JT is staying with Leslie forever. And some people were even saying that it's not surprising that, well, JT would know about this that is going on. And I did see some people also asking that, listen, you see, with the way that you guys are busy accusing this man of, swinging the other way, saying that, well, he's this, he's that. And with the way that people come forward with allegations of cheatation, then it doesn't really seem like, well, he swings that way. So what do you also think about that? Now, personally, I don't think that JT is leaving Uzi because of this little interview that this girl did. And I don't understand the latest trend of coming forward. If you are the side chick, you knew there was this girl, why are you coming forward singing? I thought you knew what you were doing. I do feel like at some point these girls become bitter when the man refuses to, publicly acknowledge them, that they will be like, listen, I'm not going to be a bird by myself. We both are going to be birds. So in other words, they're like, listen, you might be the main chick, but this man is not faithful. So I will embarrass you so that, well, when you stay with this man, you shall be equally shamed the same way that I feel inside, about being a side chick. Okay. Now, whether somebody decides to stay with the cheating man or not, well, if they like it, we'll love it. Absolutely. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Transformer and that little live that she did yesterday. So in that live, she kept on emphasizing that, well, she can rap. Oh my goodness, she writes her own songs. And I get worried sometimes, you guys. Like, is everything okay upstairs? I really do get concerned sometimes because it seems like every other day, everything that Nicki says, this girl comes back and applies it to herself. At this point, is it just obsession or there's actually something that's going on upstairs? No, guys, I'm not even trying to be shady, but genuinely speaking, don't you see the trend? I mean, Nicki has been continuously saying that, well, all these girls are influenced by me, but all of a sudden, yesterday, she's on live, she's saying that every female rapper who's coming is influenced by her, that there is a little bit of Cardi in there. And I'm just looking at her like, oh, are you serious? Do you even listen to yourself? You know, when she was out there saying she doesn't care about writing, she doesn't write and she doesn't care, all of that stuff. Well, in 2025, guess what? She swears she's a writer. She swears everything she raps is from her own head. And that Patterson is just there to help her with emotional songs. When each and every single song that she's ever made, well, majority of them, Patterson Fontaine is credited. So, I don't know, you guys. This girl seems lost. She seems like she doesn't know which way to go. She seems like she's trying to get the respect of hip hop people, when initially she thought that it was cool that she could get away with not writing her own songs. So now she wants to come back and try and reclaim that, oh, I'm an actual rapper. No, continue with the move that you had, that, well, writing doesn't matter. Isn't that what you were telling, people? Isn't that what they allowed you to get away with? So what's all this sudden obsession with writing? And in her mind, she equates arguing, the type of arguing that she does when she's yelling, oh my God, effing this, effing that, effing. In her mind, she really does think that she's good at debating. The same person that we saw get stuck when she was at that Kamala rally, that same person is the one who's out there saying that she can out-argue bees and stuff like that. She was bragging, saying that, well, another person that I was arguing with, I told them that, well, you cannot, outdo me in the booth because I can out-argue you right now. Do you see how I'm eating you up? And I'm like, if you think yelling and swearing is eating somebody up in an argument, where do we even start? And the fact that she's equating a rap battle with that, with shouting and yelling and F and using the B word countless times. It's pathetic, you guys. But anyway, you guys, so people started speculating that, well, probably it's Bia that she was talking about because, well, on the phone, they allegedly used to speak. So people were like, listen, Bia called you, to basically respond to her and you didn't respond. And now all of a sudden you're coming saying that you are better than that. And I did see Bia posting studio, herself in the studio, and people thought like, well, that was a jab at the Transformer, saying, listen, put it on the mic, okay, put it in the booth, put it on a song and stuff like that. So do you think, you guys, that Bia was responding to the Transformer making claims that she can actually rap? Because people were bringing up Bia, people were also bringing up Nicki Minaj, because at some point Nicki did challenge her to writing and she disappeared off the face of the earth, literally wiped herself off social media. When Nicki Minaj said, come, let's get into the studio and, cameras on and let's all riot, she was nowhere to be found. But now in 2025, she's coming claiming to be a writer. I do know that some of you don't care about this, but I cannot laugh at this alone. And to prove this, you guys, guess what she did? She decided to go back and forth with a vlogger on Twitter, and she wrote a few. She she said out a freestyle. She did a freestyle against a blogger. Because this blogger had called her out for her antics. This blogger had said that, listen, we are tired of these antics. Can you do something? So this blogger had said to her, worms for brains. You a rapper, H. Rap. If you want to argue, take your spicy L, behind back to MF, love and hip hop, and stay out of our culture. Okay? And that did not sit well with the Transformer. And then she said, Exhibit A, see how I'm arguing with you. See how I just made a quick 1-2 line about your tweet. That's what happened when you pop Ish Fest and then rap about it slow, B. And I'm just playing around right here, right now. And the freestyle, you guys, I have no words. I wish I could insert it, but well, it's a lot of swearing and no substance at all. And the way she's so proud of herself, I'm just looking at her like, what are you doing? Who okays these things? Oh my God. And so she also got mad at the fact that this girl said that, she stay out of a culture that's not his. She got so mad, and this was her response. She said, "Let me school you, dummy. I'm from the Bronx where hip hop was born. Sedgwick at that, where body turned be at that. I want to talk about culture when I was born and raised. Want to talk about culture when I was born and raised where it was created, Dambi. Second, Dambi, I pop it every day whether I'm arguing mad or just put an outfit on. That's when I say my most clever-ish and put it in songs. You keep asking for the album. Y'all can't even handle me when I put out a verse. Be careful what you wish for, because when it drop, y'all gonna cry and my fans going to laugh." And at this point, I don't know if this is a PR stunt involving the two of them or not. But if it's not a PR stunt from both of them, then it's a PR stunt from the Transformer herself, because I'm trying to understand how she found this page. And this page is also claiming that, well, at some point she had been blocked. So how is this woman finding these tweets? It's insane. And the page responded and said, "I don't understand all that hood talk, but okay, good morning, child. Glad you found my tweets and you're up freestyling, feeling good. Keep that energy. And when you drop, I'll give my honest review. If it's fire, I'll take you directly and let you know. For your sake, I hope it is." And I'm just like, listen, at this point, the Transformer is crashing out in real time and we are all witnessing it, because what is this? But then again, it's not shocking. She has a lot going on in her life that she refuses to acknowledge, you know. It's not easy, you guys. In as much as we may say somebody has got the money and stuff like that, having 3 kids with someone, and that someone, for that someone to continuously disrespect you, and, the recent revealings that she decided to share with us, it cannot be easy. It cannot be easy, okay? On top of that, she has a newborn baby. That cannot be easy. So this entire thing, yeah, it might actually be a crash out, which would be justified. Okay. And the only thing that I feel sorry for her is the fact that, well, she's a mom going through all of this. But if I do rewatch those clips from Love and Hip Hop, I look at them and I'm like, this girl was bragging about being with a married man and saying that, oh, well, my bills have to be paid. This girl was bragging, sitting on that man's lap and literally traumatizing that girl. What was her name? Asia or something like that. So, guys, really, what comes around really does go around, because that's exactly what's happening in her life, in as far as her career is concerned, marriage is concerned. It's sad when you look at it and you don't know what this girl used to do in the past or what this girl did to others in the past. It's very easy to look and say, oh, well, I feel bad for her. But when you then take a look back, you're like, well, girl, you saw it coming. The same thing that is happening with Drake. It was all fun and games when, everything was benefiting her and there was unfairness against others. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about, the Transformers, crash out. Now, speaking about the Transformer and her relatives, it seems like Quavo is out there, bumping to Nicki Minaj part on motorsport, and people were recording him and stuff like that. And some Barbz are thrilled by seeing him, publicly show hype for this part, and some Barbz are not thrilled. Personally, I don't care for Quavo. I do not. I don't want to lie to you. Even if he does come out here and worship the ground that Nicki walks, I do not give 3 hoots, because right when he was supposed to stand his ground and stand by this woman who did them a favor by accepting a feature on their song Motorsport, Quavo was nowhere to be found to stand by Nicki Minaj. Quavo sat on the sidelines while this Transformer person was lying on Nicki Minaj. So I do not care for Quavo. Anyway, were they not just cheersing just now, like during the holidays? So Quavo, stay on there, stay on your side, okay? Stay with your sister-in-law and leave Nicki Minaj alone. Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we're going to talk about, Ari Fletcher and Taina. They are causing quite the commotion on Twitter, with people feeling like, well, they are so fake, for being together. It seems like Taina and, is now getting featured on Ari's YouTube channel. And people feel like one of them is actually being fake and one of them is actually being very slow. People are accusing Taina of being slow because they feel like, well, Ari has got some malicious intent about this. Do you think that these ladies genuinely, moved past whatever differences they had, or do you think that it's a matter of time before we actually hear them, getting back at, squabbling and stuff like that? What do you think about this? Now, personally, I do understand being cordial. I don't know about being besties, you guys. Do you think that with their situation, because their situation is actually quite different than somebody who divorces their current wife and moves on to the next wife? Because this situation, well, according to what Ari was telling us, Taina was messing with, G Herbo whilst he was still with Ari. So I'm just like, how big of a heart do you have, Ari? And seeing how petty she's been online, she can be online. Taina, are you sure about this? And this is the same girl that was accusing Taina of putting her hands on, her son and all of those things, allegedly. I'm just like, yeah, if I were here, I would be careful. Okay. If I were here, I would definitely be careful. But maybe Ari has grown. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section. Now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about, some of you guys came into the comment section when I spoke about the Rihanna issue, and I was saying that, well, it is causing quite the discussion on the internet. You guys were like, oh, wow, nobody was, arguing about Rihanna being a billionaire baby mama and stuff like that. And I'm like, you guys really do think that I pull these things out of my behind? Like, seriously, just coming on here and start saying things that didn't happen. Anyway, one of the people who was very vocal about this entire situation is Paris. Now, you guys know that Paris, she fears nobody. She says exactly what's on her mind. She does not hold back, which is a very good trait. I mean, no matter what my opinion is, being able to stand with it when everybody seems to be going against you is something that is so brave. And it seems like for her, it does come natural. And it seems like up to now, even when people were dragging her and people were saying all of these things, she is not backing down, because she's saying, do not normalize the baby mama culture. If it does happen by accident, that is okay. But for you to try and perpetuate that, well, it's a choice, it's a decision. She feels like that's not it. She feels like that's something that should not be done, especially in the Black community. Let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about all of this. Do you think that somebody deliberately deciding to not get married and just have children together, do you think that is a bad decision, or what exactly do you think about that? Let me know, you guys. Be honest with me and let me know your true sentiments. If you're a woman, would you rather be a baby mama or would you rather be a wife? If so, why is that? Let me know, what are the perks of being a wife and what are the perks of actually being a baby mama? If you're not richer than your baby daddy, of course, because I mean, with the Rihanna situation, I personally could see where she was coming from, because I felt like she was protecting her net worth, she was protecting, her assets and stuff like that. But let me know in the comment section what you think about that. That being said, let me insert what Paris had to say. I may cut it because it's a little bit too long, so I may cut it just to give you the points that she was making, and let me know what you think about all of this. I don't think that after that I will be coming back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
Y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it anyways because that's how I am. I made this post and I'm not taking it down. It hitting the blogs and you feeling the ways about it is not going to change my perception or my outlook. It's one thing for you to have a child with a man and it don't work out because shit happens. It's another thing to intentionally and deliberately be making children in an isolated mindset to say, oh, well, I can have children, but I don't have to be in a relationship. Or I can have children, but marriage is not the goal. Because realistically speaking, many of you do not have the assets to actually draw out a divorce. Or you don't have the assets to actually be protected and covered in a divorce. So when you say these things, realistically, you're just implying to me, one, you don't know the benefits of marriage and you don't know legalities. Two, you also have no real concept of actually knowing how relationships work without you fearing the inevitable, that they could end. Because if you really felt like they could end and you would be okay, trying to say marriage is not a goal or put it on the to-do list would not be something that you isolate in your mind. The other part of that is I've never seen such a demographic of women who fight tooth and nail for their right to be a loud, proud baby mama. I know the statistics. I know that I am not exempt from being a statistic, but I'm not intentionally and deliberately trying to put kids in a broken dynamic. That's a mental illness. And we're the only demographic that beat up women who say being a baby mama is not a flex. I'm not stuttering when I say that. Being a baby mama is not a flex. I don't care how many achievements you have. When you cannot get a partnership right, at least attempt to parallel it. Some of y'all will hold men down for 10 and 15 years. Some of y'all been dealing with the same man for well over 10 and 15 years and you ain't never been his girlfriend, but you have a baby with him. He's picked over you multiple times. Just accept you can take rejection. Just accept you have been isolated in a relationship so much you don't know what it's like for a man to actually covet and protect you. That's why you okay with saying marriage is not a goal. But all of these other things is a goal. The other part that confuses me is y'all will say marriage is not a goal and will make it your mission to not let a man actually commit to you. But you'll go have a baby and want the same type of benefits that a wife get. The mental. It's not right. See, women have been on a loud and proud trope trying to get men to understand the dynamics of what the body goes through in pregnancy and the postpartum effects of pregnancy. Losing your hair, losing your teeth, your eyes being bloodshot red, you having a different voice change, everything about your body changes. Simultaneously, you're also telling them, well, I'm not first priority to you. It doesn't matter how I turn out. Just make sure we have this baby. Make sure you understand the importance of what could happen to me if I have this baby. But I don't have to be your first priority. You don't need to make decisions about me in the event something happens with me and I can't take care of this baby. See, psychologically, that would never make sense to me specifically, right? So you don't have to worry about changing my mind. It just won't. For the life of me, at this point, it doesn't matter if it's the most uneducated, gutter snipe, ghetto, hood, ratchet, community hoe, or if it's the most best performing, scholarly, educational, exceller, millionaire or billionaire woman. It's the influence of women, specifically culturally. Because even Rihanna, as a billionaire, got everything else right. But the man she chose is dealing with a public criminal case. And she may not have married him. But you know what she did do? Have his children. Comedy. Y'all sit with that. Again, you ain't gonna like it. I don't care.